Oh, hello everyone. Welcome to BSC News Live. Apologies. I thought there was another like 8 bars to go of that tune or something, but no, here we are. Welcome. And what a time it's been. Obviously, BTC is pumping, well, did pump, and we're going to look at why that is in just a moment. I'm going to bring up a chart that is quite interesting. So. 2 seconds. This is just Bitcoin and US dollar on Bitfinex, but it's pretty much the same everywhere. So as you can see, Bitcoin today hit just, well, here, 26,589, pretty much. It sort of just kissed that number and then went back down, just a bit below that, really. Well, around this area, let's say. And you can see our Lorentzian classification, machine learning indicator as well, signaled a buy here. I'm not sure why it did that, but obviously wants to buy. Anyway, so it hit this level here. And what's interesting as well, this is exactly the same level that we wicked down to on a drop here in May. And it's pretty much to the dollar, well, not to the dollar, but around the dollar. So obviously people are still, using levels, which is a lot how I trade. I don't really trade that much anymore. I just sort of buy and hold. But yeah, you can see that May 22, this level that we wicked down to here is pretty much the same level that we wicked up to. What is interesting as well, I'm just going to get a quick shape drawing tool up. If I can remember which one here. There we go. So this area here, hold on. This area here, there's in recent, well, apart from in 2020, 2021, we've only sort of gone down through it during one day and up through it one day, if that makes sense. So at the moment, I'll explain what I mean. So we're on the daily chart at the moment. We went down through this area between 26,600 and also 25 around 200 down through it there in June, and then we just come up through it, and then we're currently in it. Actually, we've just gone below it now. We've dropped a little bit. So yeah, this area here is quite volatile between 25,200 and also 26,600. Which I found quite interesting. And also you can see as well the level here, there, obviously, during August there, it touched that level there and then once again touched there again. We have broken, well, we did break through it earlier, but now, as we can see, we've just gone back below it. So I don't know what it is about this area, but it's just very volatile. Because, yeah, we just come out of it again. If we change the 15-minute chart, yeah, we can see there that we, possibly going back down again, but who knows? If you're interested in, well, traditional, drawing lines, triangles, that sort of thing, you could say that, we're retesting this level. If we get rejected here, we could go back down, but, we might break back over it. Who knows? Anyway, what happened today? Obviously, there was quite the pump, and that's been starting since, well, 1 p.m. Well, actually, no, hold on. So on, Sunday, 12th of March, around 2 p.m., obviously we started to go up. Yesterday on BSC News, I'm just going to share another tab. We looked at this chart, which is a liquidation map. I'm just going to make sure we can see all the values. Hold on a moment. Which is a liquidation map, and it shows you the values at where liquidations are. So up here are the liquidations for short. So people that are in shorts, up here, there'll be liquidations or people that will need to essentially top up their position to remain in a short. Down here are the longs. So if we went down here, there'll be a lot of liquidations in the long area. So earlier today, this chart, it had a lot of short liquidations at around 25, I think it was 25,300. And yesterday on BSC News, we said, well, if it reaches that area, there'll essentially be a knock-on effect and a short squeeze. And I'm pretty sure that's what we experienced today. So when the price got to a certain level, everyone in shorts either was margin called or had their position forced closed, which meant they'd essentially need to buy to exit their short, which obviously made the price go up. So for every short there is, all of this is essentially guaranteed buys, whereas these longs are guaranteed sells. So in my opinion, a lot of people think, shorts are, shouldn't be allowed. They're not a good thing. You're making money off losses, but you can think of it as when the person closes their position, there is a guaranteed buy. So all of these shorts here, eventually they'll end up needing to buy, be that forced closure or just closing their position. If we were again to sort of get around to the area of 26,400 or so, 26,400, 26,600, just to be safe, we probably see maybe see another short squeeze. But we can see here now that no one's really entered a long. No one's entered a short between these two values here, which is, quite interesting. Hold on, I'm just going to see if I can just spread that open a bit. Good. So at the moment, there's not much, lending and borrowing going on for futures and margin positions around the area that we're in. However, obviously, if we went down to 19,500 or up again to 26,400, it will be a different story. I expect, this is my personal opinion, this isn't financial advice at all, that we perhaps could start to come down a little bit because, there's nothing either side. But that's only for the futures and margin position or margin markets. But if we now look at the order books. So this website here, which is called Okotoki, is an aggregated order book. I'm just going to quickly log in 2 seconds. I learned this last time. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen because when I log in here, it flashes up like all my details. So hold on just a second, and there we go. Fantastic. Okay, so this is an aggregated order book now for Bitcoin across multiple exchanges. So we've got Bitfinex Spot, Futures, Binance Spot, Binance Futures, and then also Coinbase. If we configure it as well, at the moment it's aggregated into $25 each time. But if we say let's aggregate it into $100, the yellow blocks are large, places where large orders are. Doesn't mean single orders at all. This aggregated. So essentially it's added up. We can see the large trades on the right hand side here. They come through fairly often, and also the large liquidations as well. And we can see 1 hour all these liquidations, but also there's a lot of longs that were liquidated. So people went long. Wow, this account went long at 26,121 with 385k. Blimey, that's pretty much near the top of where we were, and they decided to open a long. Oh well, win some, you lose some. So on the order books at the moment, actually, if we spread it out a little bit more, because 100 perhaps isn't enough. So this is 250 now. And again, we can see that it's quite tightly squeezed, as in there's a lot of orders either side of the current price. And it looks like well, on Binance Spot, there's not much. It's fairly free moving there. But on the other exchanges, so Binance Perpetual or futures, Bitfinex, future and also Bitfinex Spot, it's sort of being held in place by large orders either side of the current price. But mostly it looks like by Binance Spot. If we as well, what we can do, the histogram levels. So this, if we put it to 20, it'll show us, where the orders lie and the sort of curve of orders. If it's a very sudden curve like this, that means orders start very quickly above and below the current price. But if it's more of a smooth curve, a gentle curve, it means that there's orders further away and it's sort of spread out. They're not just bam, bam, either side of the current price, like Binance Spot. So Binance Spot, it could be, well, theoretically quite volatile. However, there is a large amount of capital going in and out of there. We've got orders of 50 Bitcoin at 25K, for example. So it's not like it's not much there. On futures, we can see that the curve is very sharp. So it looks like Binance futures at the moment is sort of holding the price in place in comparison to the other exchanges. Bitfinex is trading higher than Binance on spot and futures, which is interesting. So Bitfinex price at not much higher at all. So Bitfinex is currently 25,053, Binance 25,025. And you might think, well, why don't I arbitrage that? Well, because it would take a long time. So it'd be good if it was instant between exchanges, but because essentially you have to withdraw and deposit from exchanges, which takes a long time, that's not really possible. It would be good if you could and automate that and have no trading fees. But I think exchanges would know what you're doing. And that's, one of the reasons why they don't let you do it. If we switch now to the liquidations. So in the last hour, there's been 15.63 million liquidations, dollars worth. 17.3 now, $17.3 million of liquidations. And that's from that chart we looked at, that liquidation map. Earlier today, there was, I can't remember the exact number, but in 1 hour, I think it was around midday UTC or so, around a third of all liquidations for the period of 24 hours were in that 1 hour. And that's when the short squeeze was happening, either via forced closure of positions or people just closing, people topping them up. Because when you short, essentially, but when you close a position in short, you're forced to buy. And that's what makes the price go up. I don't think it's counterintuitive, but there you go. Obviously, when you open a position, you sell, but then when you close a position, you'd buy, and the price goes up. So 1 hour, 17, 4 hours, 36, 12 hours, 202, and then 24 hours, 240. So you can see there's a sudden sort of jump. What was interesting as well, 91% of the market earlier today were short. However, now 73% are long. If we change this to 24 hours, we can get a more realistic view of what it was or has been. So in 24 hours, this is the average, what people have been long or short on exchanges. But now if you look at the 1 hour, 89% of people now are long. Yeah, I find it incredibly interesting to see, what the market, why the market does pretty much the same thing. And if you look here, a lot of the time, if we've got some of these extreme numbers, like 90% of the market are long, it probably just goes the opposite way. But again, that's not financial advice at all. This website is coinglass.com. And again, it's just quite an interesting, thing to look at. If we just check again on Bitcoin's price. So in the last, let's switch to the 15-minute tab. It's going down. So those people that we've just seen that have just opened. Hold on, what's this exclamation mark mean? Oh, Don't know. So okay, so now I think after the short squeeze and that sort of thing, the market is now maybe reflecting the financial market. So the S&P 500, the FTSE 100 that we looked at yesterday. I think we did have that open. It's gone. Okay, so yeah, yesterday we looked at the correlation between the FTSE 100, S&P 500, and also Bitcoin. And yesterday it looked like quite a decoupling was going on. However, yeah, I think that can just be attributed to the short squeeze. But now, yeah, there's been quite a sudden drop, and it looks like we are perhaps coming back down. And where could we stop? I'm not going to guess. You know, I could draw lines, triangles, but no. If we look back at the liquidation map, let's see where some liquidations lie. Hold on just a moment. So yeah, this website is Decent Trader, which is very good. If we squeeze this a bit, oh, hold on. Apologies, I'm not really sure what's happened there. Oh, hold on. Okay, yeah, so, right, yeah, we can't really see where liquidations are. Well, yeah, because there's not many open positions, I assume. If we switch to here, I've got an indicator that shows, yeah, here we are, liquidation levels. Oh, hold on. Okay, we're just going to need to switch Bitcoin pair. So I think it's, hold on. Liquidate. Here we are. Here's the liquidation levels. And at the moment, well, yeah, there's down there. So we'd need to go all the way down to sort of 2,800 to get those liquidations. Anyway, there you go. That'll be liquidated longs. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, so what happened today? There was a short squeeze, and are we coming back down now? Who knows? Anyone's guess. Anyone who says, you know, that they've got a 100% win rate on trades, or, you know, they know where Bitcoin's going to go, they know the future price of something, they don't. Yeah, they don't. No one does. On to something now completely different. So, bam. There you go. That is different. So this, I did an AMA with this project quite a while ago, I think now. There is loud music that suddenly might start playing. Hold on. There we go. Hold on. Okay, I'm just going to turn the music down on the streaming thing. So I did a AMA with this project a while back when they're sort of still in their early days. But I went on there today just to check them out, see how they're doing. And they've got loads of games that you can just literally jump right into. It's crypto. You can win crypto from it. Their token called Tama. So the project, you can't actually see it at the top. It's called Tamadoge. Tamadoge. So if you just go on here, play game, it'll give you the option of free to play or pay to play. So this one, pay to play, you can earn Tamadoge tokens and win Tamadoge. So with the sort of you know, the play to earn type thing, you'd only earn if you win, and with the entry fee as well, theoretically that sort of keeps it sustainable. So if we just go on a quick free to play, this is what it is like. Collect coins to increase your score. Fine. Bonus items. Great. I'm just actually going to turn the sound back on just to give it a little bit of reference. Oh, I'm going to select a basic Tamadoge. It's really loud though. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So spacebar is move. Sorry, not spacebar's not move, but I get it. Okay. Well, I didn't really know what's happening there, but there you go. I scored 16 points. And the leaderboard here, you can see, wow, people have scored 600. Well, 619. There's a lot of other little games that you can play as well. And yeah, when I did the AMA with them, they're still really, really new. Not much was, on the website and things. But yeah, they've got lots of different games now. And I just wanted to share that just because I think it's a bit of fun. It's completely free to play as well. You can obviously spend Tamadoge token, enter the leaderboard. But if you don't want to, that's good. And I love games that it's just completely free to actually play it. Something in the crypto world that I think is slightly frustrating is on a lot of NFT games, there's a huge barrier to entry. You'd need to buy a very expensive NFT or something like that to actually play. Anyway, that's Tama Doge. One last thing. I'd just like to mention our sponsor, which is down there. BSC Protect BSC Protect RPC URL offered by Blocks Root. What that does, it protects you from front running and sandwich attacks. So if you use their custom URL on the BNB chain, they are introducing a lot of other chains now as well. They mentioned Solana on their Twitter. So yeah, you can check their Twitter out, which is type in Blocks Root into Twitter and you'll find them. Yeah, so off the top of my head, I can't remember Twitter. But if you scan the QR code down the bottom there, you'll be taken to an instruction site about how to, well, it's basically just one click, accept their custom RPC URL into your MetaMask, and that's it. And you'll be protected from front running and sandwich attacks. I personally use it as well. Obviously, this is not financial advice at all, but I think it's a complete no-brainer because it's completely free and you're guaranteed not to get front run or sandwich attacked. And that's not someone just, throwing a wet sandwich at you or something. Anyway, it was a short but sweetie today, but thank you very, very much for tuning in. If you've got any questions at all, or if you'd like to share something even on these live streams every day at 7 p.m. UTC, send us a message. And yeah, it'd be good to chat. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Be safe trading at the moment. Obviously today and the last day, 2 days even, the price of Bitcoin has gone against what the financial markets are doing, and you could say it was unexpected. A lot of people are going to say, "Oh yeah, I told you so." Yeah. Well, you're right 50% of the time. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in as always. Trade safe. I cannot say that enough. Don't invest what you can afford to lose. Just be very, very careful. Think, well, if your family and friends were watching you make that trade, would they be like, "Oh, are you sure? Are you sure?" And if they say that, think twice, maybe even 3 times. Anyway, thank you very much as always for